guys, Steph here. Okay, do you remember this pen here? As you can see there, a lovely pen. Little bit on the tired side, needs a little bit of TLC, etc. And here is this pen in question. Take a look at it now. It's a lovely, lovely pen. What we've got for you here is a lovely Pelican fountain pen. The model of this pen is the 120, so it's a Pelican 120. It's what we term as a piston filler fountain pen, which we'll show you in a moment. And as you can see, the colour comes in green and black with gold-plated trim. The size of the pen, capped, is 125mm capped. Around the barrel, it's a nice 12mm in diameter. Now this pen was what they termed as a school pen. Now if you had one of these at school, I would have said that you were a very lucky person, because it's a quality made fountain pen, a lot nicer than a number of other what we term as school pens. It's absolutely gorgeous. We're dating the pen from around about the 1950s through to the 1960s. Now, as I said, comes in sort of green and black. We've got the sort of knob at the end of the pen there. We've got the barrel in green. We've got this gold plated cap band to the bottom, which I'm not sure if you can actually see, says Pelican 120 to it. It's got the very recognisable sort of Pelican beak clip, as you can see there, and to the top there we've got this sort of domed sort of finial to the top of the cap. The whole pen looks like sort of the top, the classic sort of torpedo shape. And then to the very top, I don't know how clear it is, you'll see it's got the Pelican logo to the very top of the pen there. On the cap itself, somewhere, again, I don't know how clear it'll be for you on the video, but it actually says Pelican 120. And then the nice thing about this particular pen as well, now for a school pen, you can see there to the end of the barrel, it's actually got a serial number reading H22361. Now I've got a feeling that the 61 to the end there, to the end of the serial number, may relate to 1961. So we could be dating the pen to 1961. But what a lovely touch to have a serial number to the end of the pen there, so that you know that it's your pen. So if it gets lost, you can actually recognise it. So absolutely superb. Let's unscrew the cap for you. Let's show you the pen in a number of different angles. So the pen's been fully cleaned externally as well as internally, and it's all ready to go, nice and clean as it should be. You can see there we've got the ink view window, again nice and clean, so you can actually see when you're actually running out of ink. We've got this sort of quite a standard section above the ink window there, a little ridge towards the nib, and then we've got the nib there. The nib quite simply has Pelican with a Pelican logo, and then to the bottom it's got the letter F, which indicates that it's a fine nib. There's a sideways view, and then underneath we can actually see It's got the sort of standard Pelican feed from that period. There we go. Again, everything has been thoroughly cleaned. Now this nib, although it's actually looks silver and it's stainless steel, I would have said that originally it may have actually been gold plated, and with a lot of these nibs that plate actually wears off and it becomes, as you can see now, a silver stainless steel nib. But originally, yeah, it may have actually been a gold plated nib. Now once again, the lovely thing about these particular pens of that period, and again being a school pen, is the fact that, take my time, there we go, we can actually remove the nib, and there you go, you got this little nib unit there. Okay, and again it's got this little collar that's been removed. The whole feed, the whole nib has been thoroughly cleaned, so everything, as we're repeating, is lovely and clean. So the lovely thing about the pen, although it's got a fine nib at the moment, you would have been able to actually buy a nib to your liking and nice and simply just unscrew this nib and replace it with a nib to your liking. Although it's got a steel nib, whether it actually will take a gold Pelican nib, I'm not particularly sure. If anybody knows, let us know if this nib can be replaced with a gold one. So if you're aware of that, let us know. And as we said a little bit earlier, it's a piston fill fountain pen, which means that if we turn the knob to the end here, again everything's been cleaned internally. There you go, you can see the piston moves nice and smoothly inside the pen. So let's do that one more time for you. There we go. We've applied a little bit of silicone grease inside, so it's moving nice and smoothly in full working order. Now although it's nice, well, again, because I've cleaned it all internally, I don't want to fill it with ink, but it'd be interesting to see how the nib actually writes. So what we'll do, we'll simply do a dip test for you people that like to see the pen's writing. So let's dip it in our ink here and let's see how it writes. So we've got a Pelikan 120, dating from 1950s to through to 1960s, although personally, because of the number that we saw, the serial number to the end of the barrel, I believe, nice and simply, it's 1961. As it said, it's writing with a fine line. There's no variation in line, it's quite a stiff nib, but all in all, writing very nicely indeed. From, as we said, a steel nib. So there's a writing sample. As it says, writing with a fine line, lovely writer, and somebody will enjoy the pen for many years to come. What we'll do, we'll clean that nib unit after the video of any remnants of ink, and there we have it, an absolutely gorgeous Pelikan 120 piston filler fountain pen, fully serviced, fully cleaned and ready to go. A gorgeous pen. So I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't forget, leave a comment down below, press the thumbs up symbol to say that you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe as well, people. But for now, for our friends over in the Ukraine, I'd just like to say Slava Ukraini, and from me and this lovely pen, I'll just say bye bye for now.